evening. After nearly a week of allegations of political interference with hundreds of millions of dollars in Alberta Health Services spending was revealed, a lawsuit has been filed by the former CEO of AHS. She alleges her investigations into AHS contracts got her fired, and that the AHS board was fired after suggesting she bring in the RCMP. CTV has now obtained a copy of that lawsuit. Jeremy Thompson has had a chance to look through it and joins us now in studio with more. Jeremy.
Well, Jeff, here is that statement of claim filed today in Edmonton on behalf of Athana Mentzelopoulos. It is levies a range of allegations that the Premier, her former Chief of Staff, the Health Minister, and others in their orbit. It also provides further insight into the extent of the alleged interference. Tonight, we're going to share just a few of the dozens of allegations now made public in this court filing. Athana Mentzelopoulos says after she began looking into unfair procurement tactics and unusually lucrative contracts for chartered surgical facilities, she started to fear for her safety. The statement of claim says Mentzelopoulos was told privately by a board member to be very careful about what she was doing and that she needed to potentially be cautious about her personal safety given some of the people potentially involved behind the scenes. Mentzelopoulos also alleges the Premier's then Chief of Staff, Marshall Smith, called her about surgical facilities in Red Deer and Lethbridge, telling her there were serious businessmen who were unhappy with the delays in negotiations and they needed AHS to approve the facilities in order to secure financing. That was followed by a warning that those involved were serious people. Do not mess with them. Another allegation includes a note Health Minister Adriana LaGrange allegedly sent to Mentzelopoulos called the October Directive, indicating all future contract negotiations for chartered surgical facilities would be handled by the Health Ministry, not AHS. It laid out specific rates, which Mentzelopoulos determined were in excess of the most recently negotiated AHS rates and would lead to significantly increased costs to AHS and potentially hundreds of millions in profits for the chartered surgical facilities owners. Now, Premier Danielle Smith was in Washington today, where she briefly took questions from reporters for the first time since this scandal broke. And to be clear, the Premier made these comments hours before this lawsuit was filed. She maintained then that she had no knowledge of the alleged interference and reiterated her support for the review by the Auditor General.
We've already set up a shared file so that they can get all of the documents that we have to see if there is any wrongdoing. If there's wrongdoing, we'd like to get to the bottom of it. And if there isn't, we need to find out why AHS is standing in the way of charter surgical centers.
Now, again, this statement of claim is 17 pages long, and what we've just reported is only a sample of the dozens of points it makes. We will, of course, be digging into them further, and nothing in this lawsuit has been proven in court. Athana Mentzelopoulos is seeking $1.7 million in damages. Now, after receiving this document, we did reach out to the Premier's office. I haven't heard back from them just yet, but we did hear back just moments ago from the Health Minister, and she issued a statement, and I'm just going to read it on my phone because we got that recently here. She says, upon initial review, many of the allegations and claims made are clearly false in this statement of claim, and while others will need to be investigated further as part of the Auditor General's work and the government's internal review of this matter. She says, I am named as a defendant in this claim, therefore I will be filing a detailed statement of defense in short order, which she very much looks forward to doing so. Jeff, very much a developing story here at this point, and lots of developments to report today and in the coming days.
Absolutely. Much more to come. Thank you, Jeremy.